Hello, I am Wallas, the Polish toy guy. The topic of my today's review is Transformers Generation 1 Backstreet. This toy was released by Hasbro in 1988, and this is my age mate, and this is why I thought it would be nice to review him. Alright, so the first thing I want to point out is that if any of you during this review decides that this toy has already seen its better days, you are 100% right. But then again, this toy was not the main deal that I was buying. This was actually a freebie that I got during my purchase of Generation 1 THROTTLEBOTs, which were in much better condition. And you know what they say, you don't argue with freebies. So yes, I'm going to take this toy as it is and be happy that it is here anyway. So, with that said, here we have Backstreet, in no way connected to any once popular boys band whatsoever. And as you can see, this is an orange and grey Le Mans type race car. And it is a very simple toy. You could argue that this is one of the equivalents of the 80s Scout class. It's mainly mechanism driven, but it's a nice vehicle mode, even if it's very simplistic. It has some details, as you can see, but you can already see some of the robot parts, and you can also see that half of the details, if not more, is made up by stickers, which I know have seen better days already. But we have spinning wheels in the front, we have not so much spinning fake wheels here in the back, again decals. I know, not the best shape, but we have a middle smaller wheel in the center, so it can still spin quite decently. And we have the cockpit, which is pitch black, which is nice. And we also have this on the back, yes, and in a second we will push it to see why this guy is actually part of the so-called TRIGGERBOTs. Is there anything else? Yes, we might look at the undercarriage to see that this is actually an original toy made by Hasbro and Takara, yes. And it's really all that there is to it. So we can already push this little thingy to see why it's called TRIGGERBOT. Okay, before we push the button, we may want to observe that these two elements on the back were once chrome-coated. Not so much now, as time has eaten off most of it, to reveal this rather unimpressive greenish-grey plastic, but again, this toy was a freebie, so I don't mind as much. I can only imagine that Backstreet was looking really shiny in the days when this toy was just out of the box. Okay, and now we can press the button to understand why this is called a TRIGGERBOT. So we push it to get this. Yes, these two things that posed as exhaustive pipes were actually cannons, quite nice cannons, and you can tell that these were holstered most of the time, judged by the state of the chrome that was actually covered. Yes, these are really nice cannons, really good looking. Now we have robot that is, well, pretty much resembling the style of fighting presented by Simon Furman in Transformers Infiltration. You keep your alt mode on, and this is a really nice looking thing. We just reset this back. Very nice. You can't even see the progression between this mode and this. It's so fast. It's spring-loaded. It's really strong spring. I'm surprised how strong this mechanism is after all these years. Now, you may want to remember that these things are actually controlled by same lever, so you want to pull them back both at once, because if you try to pull one, well, not really now, but if you try it, sometimes you may, yes, get this effect. So it's best to keep them both in the same position at all time, either at the front or in the back. Oh, you see what we just done. So yeah, it's time for the transformation. Like with many G1 toys of this size, the transformation is very simple, and in this case all you want to do is to take the front, pull it out, bend it upwards, take the back, pull it downwards, yes, head reveal, take out the arms towards the front a bit, and to get a more comic accurate effect, push the button. And with that done, robot mode of Backstreet is now complete. In all honesty, with that kind of transformation, you can tell that if you have seen the vehicle mode, you have seen most of the robot mode as well. Yes, really, all that is revealed in the transformation is the head, which we will take a look at right now and take down the cannons to do it. It's really simple, two-color, red for the entire face, grey for the helmet. It's a simple but decent design. In the comics he received a face which I think made him more expressive. But yeah, for a toy it works. And we have these small clenched fists which can't hold anything because in G1 that was not the point. Especially when you have such big cannons right above the arms. And yeah, on the back we have nothing new. At the front we have nothing new. What is interesting that this toy may seem back heavy, but if you stand it, it actually has no problems in remaining in that position, which is good. It's actually pretty light over here, so no weight issues whatsoever. And I will admit these cannons really look nice where they are. It may be a small toy, but it's a toy that can pack a plot punch. Really nice. And for comparison's sake, we will first put Backstreet next to two Scout class Transformers of modern age, Reveal the Shield Wind Charger and Hunt for the Decepticons hubcap. And for a more retro feel, we will also put him next to Generation 2 Deluge, Generation 1 Guzzle and Generation 2 Beachcomber. And for an effective real-life reference, here he is next to a common cola can and the almighty 2 Polish złotys. So, bottom line, Generation 1 Backstreet is a very simple toy, but one that is really nice and that can be enjoyed, especially if you can find it in a better condition than mine. I believe that will be both simple and not very expensive, so by all means do get him if you like this kind of toys. And that's all for this review. I will be back with the next one soon, and until then, stay well.